Hello.
Hello, ma'am. Good
Hi.
morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm so great, ma'am, today. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk with you, ma'am. Many days I was waiting for this conversation for long. 1 month, at least I sent you a message, sent you 15 days back. Yeah, once I think 15 days or 15 days,
Okay.
I think.
So you
Yeah,
sent
ma'am.
your first message 15 days ago.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's great that we finally connected. And your name is Ritu.
Yeah, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My name is Ritu.
Yeah,
Ritu
Ritu, please
Mishra.
tell me
Yes.
about yourself.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you for, first of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Actually, my name is Ritu Mishra and I'm living in Delhi currently. And basically, I'm from Gwalior district, which comes in Madhya Pradesh. And I'm a housemaker. And my husband works in IT sector and I'm blessed with a daughter. I have 4 years old daughter. Yes. And if I talk about my education qualification, then I have done BCom and BEd and I also qualified CTET exam. Yes, ma'am. That's all about
You've
it.
done BCom and BA. So you
Yes,
wanted to
ma'am.
become a teacher?
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to become a teacher, and I also preparing for DSSB for government teacher exam. Yes, ma'am.
So your daughter is 4 years old now.
Yes, yes. I'm just waiting to study, start my career because before my marriage, I used to teach in a schools. And after marriage, and due to some responsibility, I had to quit my career. And now she's 4 years old, and then I'm working on myself, learning this language, practicing this language, and
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
So you have been practicing English because you want to take up a job now. You were working
Yes,
earlier,
ma'am.
you were working before marriage, but then you had to quit your job because of responsibilities, household responsibilities, and you are a homemaker now. So, how are you liking your life as a homemaker?
Yeah, I like when I work as a housewife, things I like much. But apart from that, I also like to be independent most
Correct.
because I'm not that. I actually, if I talk about my before my marriage, I'm not so interested to do a house chores work. I'm not that kind of person who like to do all the houses. And so if I'm doing these responsibilities for my daughter and with my husband, yeah, quite good sometimes. But apart from that, I also want to be independent eagerly. Want to work on my career. Yes, ma'am.
That is very important. Husband and wife both should be independent and they should divide the household chores because household chores have to be done. You can't live without that. So, household chores should be divided between them and both should be independent, both should be working. So, they should both have a professional life as well.
I'm working on.
Yeah. Is she studying in a school?
Yes, ma'am. She's studying in school
Which class?
at this time. She studies in a nursery, KG,
Okay.
KG1.
She is in KG.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So, do you live with
KG1.
your
Yes,
in
ma'am.
laws?
No, ma'am. I basically, actually, my in-laws lives in Gwalior. It's my hometown, Gwalior district. And in 2022, when my husband got a job in Gurgaon, so I moved in 2022 to Delhi. I live with my husband, my daughter.
So your in-laws live in Gwalior. You said your in-laws lives in Gwalior. In-laws means plural. So in-laws means ससुराल
Yeah.
के सारे लोग. So your in-laws live in Gwalior, but you moved to Gurgaon because of your husband's job. So now you live in a nuclear family. So how will you manage? I mean, taking care of your daughter when you start working.
Actually, I didn't make any type of plan. I just started my journey. My husband told, work on your career, try to apply in competition exam. If you got a job, then we will try to manage
Correct.
both equally, try to manage the things. And he is also preparing for some kind of a work from home job. If he's able to do because he's an IT sector working on clouds and security type of job. So he's talking to me, you work on your career. If after some time into between into one person is able to do a work from home job, that is will be possible.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
So you should definitely work on your career, and when once you get a job, right, you can manage it somehow. Because otherwise, you will not be
Yes,
able
ma'am.
to work.
So
So
that's why I prefer to go teaching career because I when I in a teaching career, then I will teach my daughter also. I'm able to teach my daughter also, and in a teaching school timing, so school time somehow will be same. So I'll take my daughter with me to school and come back with my me also. That's how I will manage to do the things. Yes.
You prefer to have a teaching career because in school jobs you get free in the afternoon, and by the time your child will be free,
Yes.
you will also be free, right?
Yes. 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 That's
So
my plan. Is.
yes, to get a job, you are trying to improve your English. So which subject are you thinking of teaching?
Actually, as I told you before, I have qualified CTET exam and qualified CTET exam TGT subject social science because through the BCom, yes, I've done BCom, so BCom subject I have to go with the subject history and geography and all. The social science subject, social studies, yes.
But for clearing any interview, you will need to face the interview in English, and you need to have a good command on English language, right?
I'm working on it.
Yes.
Now starting
So,
working on it.
what all are you doing to improve your English? I mean, what is your strategy?
I didn't make any type of strategy yet, but most of time I listen podcast on Spotify, listen stories, and try to talk as much as possible to person, some conversation practice possible, and reading some books, some story books. Try to read books, story books. Yes,
So you have been reading, you have been consuming English content as well as you are talking in English almost every day, right?
yes, every day,
So,
almost every day.
are you doing the English speaking practice on some app?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Actually, there is a Skype app. There are lots of groups there. Lots of people conversation practice, do the conversation practice on everyday basis. Something 400 and 500 something people. And anytime everyone has a visit free to talk with, we can just connect with them. And stranger person.
Okay. So you are a part of a Skype group in which everyone wants to learn English. So there are English learners in that group, and you keep connecting with one person or the other. So
Yes.
that's how you get English speaking practice every day. That's great. So for how long have you been learning English?
If I talk about passionately, I'm just started my journey 1 month back.
Oh,
Before that time, yes, ma'am. That time I was preparing my government exam, teaching exam. First, I started my journey to qualify the CTET exam. After qualifying CTET exam, I applied in a DSSB, Delhi Government Teacher Exam, and then I have been preparing since 4 to 5 months to this qualify that exam, but somehow the exam date not announced yet, and that exam date postponed it to the next year. So now I'm working on my English.
so you had been preparing for that exam for last 4 5 months, but that exam got postponed. You will have to take that exam next year. Then you started working on your English.
But I don't know if I heard about the exam is so tough. It's on the you. It's not easy to clearing government exam or DSSB exam. So I now I'm started working on my communication. So if I will not able to qualify the exam, then I will prefer to go to CBSE school and do any private job. Able to do any private job.
Okay, you got to know that clearing that exam is not that easy. So you have decided that if you are not able to crack that exam, then you will work in CBSE.
Any kind of as call center, telecalling job, if I'm
Okay.
able to do work from home job as
Okay.
such
Then you
that
will
job.
take up
Yes.
some other kind of job. When you do Skype conversations with people, you people correct each other's mistakes.
No, ma'am. No one correct each other's mistake. We just try to speak as much as possible, and there are people only about for practicing English, not for correction. It's for confidence, getting confidence, and trying to talk fluently. That's all.
So
But
do
no
you
one try
think
to connect each other. No, and no one even tell you about your English is good or your English is bad. You are not talking so much. No, that
okay,
type of
that's
people.
great?
Yes.
So when you all talk to each other, do you think that talking to these people in the Skype group has helped you and has improved your English?
Yeah, some kind is helpful because before that conversation, when I just started my this journey, and my first video conversation video with Sunita Rawat ma'am, And that time I was so nervous and so getting hesitate to talk with her, and doing the lots of mistake talking with her. And now doing lots of practice and conversation practice. And I also made a video with Ram sir also on YouTube. So after some time, now I feel that yes, I am little bit confident, and my RS is now going to down little bit. Yes.
You were very nervous when you had a conversation with someone on YouTube. I mean, YouTube English trainer. So when you had conversation with them, you were very, very nervous. But now you are able to face them because you have got some confidence. But when you speak to
Yes,
people
ma'am.
who are in the Skype group, you don't get nervous, no?
No, no, no. I talk to the audio call, and if someone video call, that I didn't
And
get not nervous.
you are comfortable with all these people because they are there in your group for a long time.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm comfortable, and I also comfortable that not every person's English is so fluent or not so good. They are all beginner level. They are all talk like me also, so it's not kind of hesitation to talk with. If I face a person that very fluent in English like you, and so much good at command on English, then I feel so hesitate to talk with.
So when you speak with English teachers, then you get nervous because you know that you could make mistakes and they will know what mistakes you're making.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so let's make this conversation interesting and I will give you an activity.
Awesome.
I want to know about the most terrifying moment of your life.
Most terrifying moment
Of your life.
uh,
You got scared and you were really, it frightened you.
uh,
Something when
frighten you.
yeah.
I don't know any type of terrified moment about my life, but yeah, it's some type of some event in my life was so feel me so broke down my heart, and so sad moment was at my life
Okay, so you had a
after
sad
my
moment, but not a terrifying moment. So tell me a sad moment of your life.
sad and terrifying, the both of emotions that time when we actually I how to actually I lost my after my marriage I lost my mother. So that was the thing I for me so terrifying and so heartbroken. And that time I feel so shattered. My heart was so shattered when my mother passed away. Yes, just after 6 months of my marriage.
Okay.
Yes.
So you were very, very
So,
shocked and it was a terrifying moment for you and you felt suicidal. Okay, you felt like
yes,
committing
ma'am. That
suicide.
time I must.
Okay.
Yes, yes. I feel so alone, and I feel that time there's no one in the whole universe for me, because in my in-laws also not so my mother-in-law not, and not my father-in-law, just all person. But and she's also my father also passed away before my marriage, before my
Okay.
1 year before my marriage. Yes, I have only my mother. So
Okay.
when she passed away, then I left.
So father had already passed away. When you lost your mother, it was very difficult for you to survive because
Yes,
then you
ma'am.
felt like
Yes,
your
ma'am.
both parents passed away. Then it feels very bad. So your husband was your biggest support at that time?
Yes, yes, ma'am. He supports me a lot. He's always this time is also he's only the my supporter and only the person which I so give me courage to do the things. All my whole world is my husband and my daughter is now is my whole world.
And when you were feeling suicidal and you were feeling depressed, did you have to go to a psychiatrist also?
No, ma'am, I don't go any psychiatrist.
But you,
Yeah, I feel very motivational video. I watched a lot motivational video from. I watched Sandeep Maheshwari's video also. I'm a big fan of him also. So yeah, uh, his videos give me so confident and motivate me again. Then or after 2 or 3 months, I got pregnant, and I with my daughter. So I have to survive for her also. Then I have to work on my journey. That's somehow I recovered again from
okay,
that kind of phase. Yes.
okay. So you watched some motivational video during that tough time And Sandeep Maheshwari's words were encouraging for you. And you got a lot of motivation from him, right?
Yes.
And in 2-3 months, when you got pregnant, then it was a distraction, because then you had to take care of yourself. You got better, no? After getting pregnant.
And then my fully focused on my daughter. I am working on my daughter. I have to be healthy and eat healthy because
Yeah.
of I have some living thing in my own mom, so I have to work on her. So now I want going to become a mother. So now yeah. So that's all the things
So
I
you
just
started
reward.
taking care of yourself because your whole focus was on your child. So you were taking care of your
Yes.
diet and everything. Since then, you have been feeling okay. You still miss your mother, but you don't cry, no?
Sometimes I feel my mother, but she actually everyone says a daughter has some emotional attach. Daughters has some kind of emotional motherness in from childhood. So
Correct.
she is like my mother also. She works as my mother, and sometimes she became a pretend as a mother to my husband also. My husband called
Daughter.
her sometime mother. Yes,
Okay.
and she pretend I'm your mother. Now let's pretend I'm your mother and you are my daughter. Okay, so see, every time she called me bacha, like go do the something, yes. And I feel so happy that moment, and now I have it. And I have my mother in my daughter's and my daughter image. I can see my mother in her.
Yeah.
Yes, she's
That's like
so
your
caring.
mother.
So
Okay.
yes,
She's so
and she's
caring.
on for caring. She's only 4 years old, but she cares me and my husband also. Both. Every time when he came from the office, he go to take water and take care of all. If you are
Okay.
taking my care, then I will care you.
Okay.
Yes,
You take care of her. She takes care of you both. Okay. That's
yes, a
great.
lot.
That's like as if she's your mother. So now you feel that your mother is always with you. So there is no need to miss her,
Yes,
right? Oh,
yes. Sometimes I miss her. That's a moment and some kind of events, and I miss her, but not that much sadness because I have now my daughter.
Parents' blessings always stay with us. They can not live with us forever, but their blessings are always with us.
Yes, ma'am.
And tell me your happiest moment. I mean, happiest moment of your life.
My happiest moment of life is my daughter when she came in my life.
Okay, when
Yes,
she
this is
was
the
born.
happiest. When I first time I took her in my arms and then since she cried in my arms a little bit. Hence, that is the happiest moment for me.
So that was the happiest moment of your life when you took your daughter in your arms for the first time and you saw her.
First time, yes.
So did she open her eyes on the first day itself?
Yes, she started crying
Oh, she
first day.
cried.
She started
And she
crying.
opened
Yes.
her eyes. Some children open their eyes after a few days.
No, no, she opened her eyes and she cried just because she was not. She's so healthy. When she
Okay, she was
birth,
healthy when she
I
was born.
she was healthy and she's doing so well.
Is there English speaking atmosphere in her school?
No, ma'am.
No?
No, ma'am. There's no English atmosphere now because we are living in not so much high-fi posh area. We are just living in a backward area, so that's why in her school. So we are just trying to good career, trying to get a good job, and then move to a good
Yeah.
school. Okay.
Actually, you should
Yes,
put her
ma'am.
in a school where English is compulsory, where speaking in Hindi is not allowed, because then she will not have to struggle to learn English. Because when you learn English as an adult, then it is more difficult. When a child learns English, when teachers and principal and all the other children are speaking English all the time, then it's very easy for them to pick up English. And later on, it's very
Yes,
difficult. So put them in a school where English is compulsory. That will be helpful. Then she will not struggle.
yes. That's why I'm just trying to, and as much as I possible, I talk with her in English and at home also, and just we are both husband and wife working on our career. So good, get settled in a well settled career, and then I will send her in a good CBSE school, so
Correct.
she can get a good environment, good English speaking environment.
Yeah, because then they can easily get very good jobs when their communication skills is good. The other talents and skills matter, but spoken English matters so much. Even if you are very, very talented, if you can't speak English well, then it's very difficult to get a job.
I know very well. This is the thing.
So in your neighborhood, there is no English speaking atmosphere.
No, ma'am, no. There's no my neighborhood, and there's environment not so English speaking environment in my neighborhood.
So you have improved your English only by conversing in this Skype group, right?
Because I used to teach in school, so my grammar was not so much good, and I'm able to write English very well. When I try to write, somehow it's the lack of some good vocab. I don't know the good vocab and the practice, speaking practice. And now when I started speaking practice, then I'm able to talk with. So just I have to work on my vocab properly, and also when I talk to someone, I forget about the rules. Somehow I do lots of errors and some pronunciation issues. So I have to work on it.
Yeah. Because if you keep thinking about the rules while you are talking, you will keep translating in your head, and that will not be natural. If you listen to one sentence and then you keep translating and then you put the rules, then it will not be natural. It should come naturally out of your mouth.
Yes, this is the thing. So how it is possible to come naturally English without any error or without any grammar mistake?
See, that happens with practice. When I started speaking English, I was also making errors, but it's not practical to translate every sentence in your head before you speak. Right now, I am speaking to you, I am not translating anything. Words are coming automatically, I am not deciding it. So that will happen with you when you do lots of practice. So actually, your English is good. You are not at a beginner level, you are at intermediate level. And if you keep practicing, you will get even more fluent. You spoke well today. So yeah, you can improve even more if you keep practicing.
So now I make a goal like 6 months. I have to be fluent or be prepared to my CBSE goal. Get a interview to go to the interview. I have to prepare myself to go to get an interview. So I have 6 to 7 months for next session. Then I have to prove myself.
Yes, start
Yes.
speaking every day. And I mean, for how long do you do speaking practice in one day?
Someday when I get time, there's a half hour, and two sessions. If I to talk to each different person, half hour, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. That's this.
Okay, so try to do little more speaking practice every single day to get faster results. I mean, you have to do it within 6 months, right? So try to do
Yes.
more speaking practice and try to consume content also. You are watching videos also, no?
Yes, watching videos, but nowadays I was listening podcast of Ranveer So TRS. You heard about it? Yes, so there is conversation videos actually. Beer biceps, and there his YouTube channel Beer biceps names English conversation, and lots of historians, geographical historians. They talk to each other. So actually, I feel good listening his English conversation is good feeling. So that I listen that too much.
If you have to become very fluent within 6 months, then listen to English content for about 1 to 2 hours and do speaking practice also for 1 to 2 hours every day. Then you will be quite fluent by the end of 6 months. So just increase the time
Ma'am.
if possible.
So I should learn some vocab and phrasal verb also. Try to frame sentences. This kind of practice I also
Actually, when you
I have
consume
to do.
content, you will learn new words and vocabulary automatically. There is no need to learn vocabulary separately. There is no need to do that. When you consume English content, you will automatically learn new words and sentences.
I don't like space. I don't go to the learn vocab. I don't like doing vocab. I so interested to reading books. Just go with the flow, reading books and understand like the meaning of that. But I don't like to pick up the word, your new vocab, and translate it. Try to find out meaning of that word and then learn that proper word. So I don't like this all the
Yeah,
things.
don't do this. There is no need to do this. When you read a book, you will always come
Yes.
across new words. So then learn them. When you come across new words and when you are speaking, when you are consuming English content, then new words will automatically come in your vocabulary. There is no need to learn them separately. Okay. So it was a great conversation. I really enjoyed talking to you. Ritu, all the
Yes,
best.
ma'am. It's so nice to see you also, and you give me a feedback now. I'm so feel happy. Like I'm little bit confident, and I know English talking. I just so thank you. I'm
Yeah.
grateful today for talking with
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. And we can have another session after a gap of 2, 3 months. So you can connect with me again. Okay. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay. Sure, ma'am.
all the best, Ritu. I hope you
Mhm.
get a great job, and yeah, have a good day. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye bye.